Good evening, YouTube. HeirofCarthage here, or should I say Heir von Karstein, apparently tonight. Yeah, we're going to be taking the vampire counts, and I came up against the boys, the greenskins, and they are... That's right, they're going to WA. Well, let's see how their WA goes against the undead here. So, I got Mannfred on his dragon. And then I've got a skeleton spear on each flank, one crypt ghoul. The center is 3 skeletons. I've kind of packed them here to stop the charge of greenskin units. And then I've got 2 regular graveguard and the sternsman. And then on the flanks I've got 2 black knights. And then deployed in sneaky fashion, I've got the dire pack and a standard dire wolves. Moving in from behind, because I expected that the greenskins were going to bring a lot of missile cavalry. They usually do versus the vampires, because a lot of times vampire players want to use the Mortis engine and other stuff against the greenskins. And in this case, my opponent has 5 black orcs up front, and then Azag astride Skullmuncher. And he's already laying down the Spirit Leech, and his missile cavalry is attacking me. Makes a lot of sense, but see, I got up here and got a Dragon Breath and a Fate of Buna. And Fate of Buna is particularly devastating to the greenskins because they have no answer to it. There is no healing. Once you do the damage, it's done. So, and then I can heal Mannfred. So he can use his magic on me, I can heal. Azag doesn't have the same privilege. So I think that's kind of the risk-reward of using Azag against the vampires, is that they can absorb some of your magic. Look at this, he's gonna use his big boss to block my dire pack. Yeah, that's not gonna work out well. Big boss doesn't have much armor, and the dire pack has anti-large, so he's gonna get absolutely mauled by a bunch of angry undead dogs. Don't get me wrong, he's going to do some damage, but not a great engagement for him there. I do have to watch out for these broken tusk mob, and then Azag dive bomb me there as well. So yeah, his missile cavalry is being annoying, but look how badly I've already damaged 2 of the black orcs. Yeah, 5 in total. I got another, I think I got the second breath attack off, or I'm about, yeah, I think I got the second breath attack off. Yeah, it was over here. So I've now damaged 3 different units of black orcs before they even enter combat. And they've got to cut through 3 skeletons, 2 ghouls, and 3 graveguard, one of which heals very rapidly. So 5 black orcs is a formidable force, but they've got to do all that while avoiding further attacks from Mannfred, being rear charged by cavalry, and being poisoned by crypt ghouls. They didn't get the best charges here either, and the charge is definitely where the black orcs are going to do a lot of their damage. I'm going to swing the skeletons, swing them around the flank. What we want to do is try and pin the broken tusk mob into a position they don't want to be in. We'll swing the black knights around as well. Same thing over here. So I just want to swing in and kind of close the jaws here. I've chased off one of his missile cavalry, but I forget to reactivate this unit immediately, but eventually I'll pull it back. See here, he's going to use WA, which is going to help him. But again, his guys took so much damage on the charge. It's going to be rough. He's going to Buna my sternsman. That's not honestly a great unit to use Fate of Buna on because it heals. And unless it's low enough that you kill a whole bunch of unit models, it's just going to kind of start healing some of that back. So I'm not sure that that's going to help him a ton, and it takes away a ton of his magic. His guys got blobbed up, and I unleashed a breath attack there that picked me up some more kills, but also devastated my own Black Knight because I didn't get it disengaged in time. But the Tusk mob has been engaged, and they're in bad shape. He's going to use another Spirit Leech on me, but I've got Master of the Black Arts, and I've also got the Sword of Unholy Power, which means, I believe it's when Mannfred gets into melee, he starts recharging magic even faster. Again, his missile cavalry here is trying to stick around and do damage, but I've got so many cavalry units that he's just going to get overwhelmed at times, and this is one of those times. And Azag doesn't want to engage, so that's fine. I'll charge the Black Orcs. And then Azag's going to come down and fight me. Again, I'm going to take a lot of damage because Azag got the charge here, and he has pretty good attack. He's going to use another Spirit Leech and take off. Problem with a unit on a dragon, Spirit Leech just... yeah, you're going to use up. Azag doesn't have anything to replenish magic faster because he's like a combo lord. He's melee and spellcaster, so he is a good spellcaster because he's got Lore of Death, but he can't recover magic like Mannfred can, or another dedicated wizard. That's going to be his problem. See here, the Black Orcs, they're killing my guys. They just can't kill all of them. And again, the Fate of Buna here, just sitting here regaining it slowly over time because not enough damage is being done. You see all the damage the Black Orcs are taking? again, no healing for the Black Orcs. Once dead, they're dead. So that's kind of the objective here. It's working out well. I've got these dire wolves re-engaged. I'm going to go chase down some of his missile cavalry. We caught some over here. So again, these guys are off station and can't really hurt Mannfred. If they had been over here right now, you'll see how low I let Mannfred get there. Partly on purpose. I actually thought that I would have a little better luck fighting back against Azag, but we didn't. He's got poison attacks, so that actually explains a lot. Anyway, I'm trying to close Azag in now. I healed all these troops over here, so now his Black Orcs have even more to take on, and then Azag gets pinned by cavalry and spears, and Mannfred is free to mosey on out and go do whatever he likes. Like, I'm going to turn around and give him a little bit more of a heal here in just a second, and give another counter charge to Azag here to try and drive home some damage. Surprisingly, though, the charge didn't land, even though Azag was completely pinned. In fact, he gets a nice attack on me in return. So Azag has done really well. He has great damage. It's a good unit, but now he's pinned on the ground. He can't get up. The Wyvern doesn't have quite as much mass, and he's getting chased by these cavalry and getting attacked. And those cavalry, they're going to do pretty well. So Mannfred's going to use Invocation, get back what little health he can replenish, and then I'm just going to dive bomb Azag again when I'm ready. And at this point, it's really just kind of the attrition game. So his army would have been well built had I been more dependent on stuff like Crypt Horrors and Mortis engines, because I couldn't have terror routed his infantry, and all those missile cavalry could have picked apart my key units, and they would have done it very effectively. And then Azag has the benefit of being very fast, which can make him tricky for a dragon to catch, and I think that's sometimes the reason why he's a pick that people like. I've seen him picked multiple times against the vampires. This isn't the first time, but here Azag is going to be reminded that when it comes to being a melee lord and a spellcaster, Mannfred is the boss. At least I think so. Who's you all's favorite spellcaster slash melee combination? I'm trying to think of all the ones you have out there. You have Azag, you have Mannfred, you've got Archaon, Durthu. I'm trying to think of some others. Durthu, who's another good example? I guess kind of Mazdamundi if you put him on Slock, but he's mostly still good against infantry. I don't know. What do you all think? Who's your favorite spellcaster melee combo? Let me know. Mannfred is, to me, I mean, I know he doesn't have the armor-piercing damage, like, on a standalone basis, but he's pretty darn solid in melee, and the guy is a wicked good spellcaster. He's got two lores of magic, and access on, like, horse, undead, steed, or hellsteed, dragon. I mean, he's got all kinds of stuff available to him, and he replenishes magic like crazy. I still think Mannfred's one of the better legendary lords in the game to this day. Anyway, tell me what you all think. Hope you all enjoyed this one. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now. Thank you for being here tonight. I will see you soon.